like looking in the viewfinder, like, who is that handsome devil? Like, who that? Who that? That me? That's me. I think that's me. What? Oof. On the way to the barber shop for my hair appointment. I'm not going to one of those, places where they're like cool trans people. I'm going somewhere that just does men's haircuts because that's what I want. Get mullet type shape with cool carved in the side and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be. Yeah, wish me luck. Hey, spiders. So, what do you think? What do you think of the new do, huh? So, I was going to do a 1-week comparison video for you, but reviewing that footage, there's just not enough of a difference for this video to be interesting. Maybe at 1 month there'll be enough of a difference in my body and my body hair so that I can actually show you that there's a difference. Because like to show you that there's like 3 new hairs on my chin and that these hairs are like slightly thicker, like I can tactilely feel that it's different. I can feel it rougher on the tip of my chin, but I can't show you that on camera. It's not going to translate. I'm just going to sit here and tell you some of the changes that I've experienced instead. I think that'll be a much more interesting video. First, I want to go over the psychological changes that I've experienced on testosterone. My optimism and motivation are through the roof. It's been absolutely transforming just from day 2 having testosterone in my body, how much of a difference there was in me. And my executive function is absolutely gone. I go straight from thinking about doing a thing to doing a thing. It has helped my creativity exponentially because I can just think about a project and then carry out that project and do it and get it done. It kind of started a little bit before taking testosterone, but adding testosterone to the mix has just, it's been absolutely amazing. It just goes to show that laziness is not a thing. It's due to some kind of chemical imbalance in your body, whether that's hormonal or otherwise. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but it's definitely something to look into. My confidence is absolutely through the roof. I started to have some changes realizing that I wasn't introverted, that I was experiencing social dysphoria. By being able to drop the feminine masking that I was doing, I've just kind of reached this flow in social situations where I don't question how I need to behave anymore. I just am. That started a little bit before the testosterone, but adding testosterone to it, I'm just a person now. I'm no longer a filtered person, if that makes any sense. So I think that's pretty much it for psychological differences that I can report. As for physiological differences, my voice has started to crack and I have more tenor to my voice. This started about day 3. My throat, I woke up in the morning and my throat felt a little bit sore. And my voice was cracking a little bit, and I'm sure you can hear it right now. There's some difference. When I try to sing along to some of Freddie Mercury's rock screams, I will crack, and I just find that amusing. And I'm really enjoying how my lower range sounds a little bit more like David Bowie, and I'm really excited, and I'm enjoying that, and I can't wait to find out where this ends, where it comes to completion, and then relearning how to use my instrument, because I have noticed a bit of pitchiness when I do try to sing. I really have to relearn my instrument. It's in flux right now, so it's going to be hard to do for a while. So I'm just riding the wave with that, and I'm just excited to find out where it goes. I am hungry all the time. I've had to add a fourth meal to my schedule. I've had to make sure I have bought enough groceries so that I can have that fourth meal for the week, which as a Taurus who loves food, that makes me so happy. I can eat more during a meal and my stomach doesn't hurt afterwards. But I have noticed I will need to take a nap quite often if I eat a big meal. And as a Taurus that loves eating and sleeping, this is just all good news. I love this. I love this for me. I have noticed that this wax and wanes with my shot. The day before my shot, I kind of struggle with sleep a little bit more and my appetite goes down. But the day after my shot, it's right back to it. It's gender affirming. I can't describe how great it feels. Now, if you are a family member of mine or a friend that doesn't want to hear this part of my life, I'm going to talk about some sexy things. So I'm going to put in a little chapter that you can just skip it. And I'll put something on the screen that says like it's okay to listen again. So that way you can still watch this video, and I'll put all of the sexy things in the middle so that you don't have to listen. So, you know, love you. I am horny all the time. All the time. I'm horny all the time. It's a thing. It's intense. I thank the gods above that I have an outlet for this sexual energy in which I can earn money with it. Because if I didn't have cam work, I'm sure I would be on Tinder and doing some really inappropriate things that would be bad for me psychologically long term, and maybe even, you know, bad health-wise for me long term, because it's intense. I feel bad for men everywhere that grew up in households where they were villainized for masturbating, because it needs to be alleviated. It keeps going and it doesn't just go away. But if I relieve that pressure, then I can focus on things again that are not sex related. You have to do something. You can't not. So the fact that anyone is telling little boys or making them embarrassed for that, that's cruel. That's absolute cruelty. Let's not be doing that anymore, okay? My dick has gotten bigger. It's doubled in size. And for those of you who don't understand what I mean, I'm going to use a word that's triggering for some trans men out there. So plug your ears if you don't want to hear that. My clitoris is enlarged, and it has doubled in size. And that's one of the things that I was excited to experience. I also have obtained some DHT cream that I've been putting on it 2 to 3 times a day. Hi. Oh. Hurts a little bit right now. It knows I'm talking about it. Don't ask me where I've obtained it. I got it from a friend of a friend, and that's all I'm saying. I don't even know how I obtained it, really. We're not gonna discuss that any further. But I do believe it's been helping, because I hadn't noticed anything the first week at all. And then I got the DHT cream, and then now there's been quite a difference in growth, which is just wonderful. And getting the random erections and stuff like that, the morning erections and stuff, it's been good. It's been good stuff. My orgasms have changed. And now this is interesting. I thought that men experience more of a localized genital orgasm, and then women experienced a full body orgasm. My orgasms are absolutely full body, and they radiate outward in a wave, and they ring me like a tuning fork for a solid minute. It's fantastic, especially because since my orgasms with premenopause symptoms and stuff were pretty disappointing. It was making work really, really difficult and uninteresting and honestly really frustrating. And now I get wetter. My refractory period is quicker. I can just keep going, it seems. I also squirt more and harder, and fans love it. My fans love it. I love it. Everybody wins, you know. Okay, fam. You can listen to the rest of this video now. We're not talking about sex stuff anymore. So as far as other physiological changes, I feel like my face has gotten thinner. My lips have gotten thinner. I have had some acne pop up, but not really acne per se. I'll get like a little spot that is on a hair follicle, and a hair is popping through there. And I think it's just the skin gets irritated as it pops out, you know? And I've noticed that all along my neck and beard and mustache area. Different little spots will pop up, and they heal pretty quickly. I'll usually get really, really bad spots on my period, and I didn't get one. I got like a little bit of a sore spot up here, and I got a little spot down here, but it wasn't as bad as it normally was. Hey spiders, little trigger warning here. I'm about to talk about some menstruation stuff, so if you'd rather not hear about this part, I'll put in a chapter where you guys can skip it, all right? Thanks, y'all. Now, my period first was light and then went away, and then it came back heavy, and I had like a normal period. And now it's gone. And it lasted about a week, and I'm happy with that. I'm not frustrated with that at all. I think that it's going to continue to get lighter and lighter. You know, that's good. I'm good with that. They had talked about putting the Nexplanon in my arm, and I'm just like, I don't want to put an implant in my arm just so that I can not have a period sooner. And I've also heard some people that have had issues with hormonal birth controls and stuff like that, like I have had. They'll get the Nexplanon and they'll just continue having like a light period that never goes away, and I'm not doing that. I don't want to play that game. That sounds silly. So we're just going to keep going with the way that things are going and hope that it keeps getting lighter and lighter. Okay, now since I'm not showing you body changes, I'm going to go over some pictures with you displaying my weight loss progress, because I'm really, really proud of myself. And I'd like to have a good marker of where we're starting with that before I get a new gym membership and start going to the gym again, which I plan to start doing that probably next week. So let's look at those. Let's look at those. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. If anyone knows who Island Boy belongs to, or if you're his original owner and you left him at Electric, he smells good. Maybe you were the one that left him at Electric Forest 22. I would like to get him back to his original person, but I do love him and care about him very much. And I'm taking very good care of him. But, contact me through my social medias. I'll be putting them up on the screen here. You can get in my DMs and get in my comments if I'm not paying attention to my DMs well enough, because I do that. I want to get him home to you. Yeah, I'm taking good care of him, but, I would like him to be able to be reunited with his person. That would make me so happy. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be informed of my next uploads. And make sure you go and check out my other content. You can find it everywhere in the internet and stuff. You just gotta search Marley Magdalene. It's not that hard. I made it really easy. I am the only Marley Magdalene out there, and Google is your friend, and Google will lead you to all of the stuff that I have very, very easily. All right, so let's take a look at the photos, shall we? So this picture here, this was February of 2009. And I had not been on birth control for a while because I was single for a while, and I had really slimmed down. Birth control seems to make me swell up. It changes how my digestion works, and for whatever reason my body swells and blows up. It's as if I'm allergic to estrogen. Here's another physiological change I didn't mention. My digestion is completely different. Not just I can eat more and not be uncomfortable by it, but I poop better. Not to be TMI, but I had issues with diarrhea and constipation back and forth, on or off birth control. And now now my poops are solid, and it's nice. Barely anything on the toilet paper. Like it's amazing. I hate to be TMI with this, but I mean, you need to know. I'm so happy about that. It's an important part of life, you know? So anyways, I would look at these pictures and be like, why don't I still look like this? I got on birth control because I started dating somebody, and it really ruined my body. Here is 2015. I was working as an ophthalmic technician, and as you can see, I swelled up, and I was quite heavy here. Engagement ring on my finger. Yeah. I wasn't happy, and I feel like you can see it in my face, the forced smile and stuff. I was happy that I had like this cool job and stuff. That made me happy, but I felt like crap. I struggled to work. I had anxiety and panic attacks all the time. At this point, I stopped taking birth control because I had figured out that it was causing a lot of problems with me. At the very beginning of this relationship, I had Mirena put in, and after having it for about 3 months, I started to wake up in the morning already having a panic attack. My limbs were curled in and numb, and I would see lightning bolts shoot in my vision as I opened my eyes in the morning, and I was hyperventilating, and it was horrible. And my ex made me believe that it was all in my head, and I was making it up because I didn't want to have a job, and that was not the case. I wanted this job more than anything. I wanted it to work more than anything, and for whatever reason, I couldn't. And now I know why. One, it was because the birth control that was toxic in my body and the wrong hormones, more of the wrong hormones. And two, I'm trans and I needed testosterone to feel okay, because now I don't have a problem, if you're watching. This picture here. This is my victory pose after I broke up with him and left the relationship. And as you can see, I was quite overweight for my frame. I'm 4'11", and although I carry it very well, it was putting pressure on my joints. I had a really bad sciatica, and I couldn't walk very far without being in extreme pain. My piriformis muscle would spasm. It was absolutely excruciating, and got to the point of where I couldn't even stand in the shower for 10 minutes to take a shower. I would sit down in the shower. I couldn't stand at the stove to make food. I was basically disabled, and I was staring down disability. And that's when I decided to do cam work. It was something I could do on my own schedule, and I could make enough money to survive. And thank God I did, because it allowed me the time and space to think and to figure out my health. I went on Whole30 with the guidance of a doctor. We figured out over about 9 months what my trigger foods were, which is gluten and dairy. And now I've also cut out red meat, and that has helped recently too. I've lost a little bit more inches off of my body just cutting out red meat, and now adding testosterone to the mix. My muscle structure has already come out a little bit more, which is really cool. So this is a timeline of my weight loss. You can see a big jump between 2018 and 2019. And that was when I was doing paleo and trying to figure out what my trigger foods were. And the inflammation in my body just would decrease. And if I added something back into my diet that was bad, like the dairy or wheat, I would notice that my middle would just expand, like overnight. And it was inflammation from that food just being toxic to me. The 2023 picture is from 3 weeks ago as I started testosterone. So it's from behind. I feel like you can see a major difference in each photo, but especially from 2018 to 2019, there's so much of a big difference. I wish I had a picture of me in the same underwear in each one, but we've got what we got. I was really embarrassed in 2018 to even take those photos, as everyone experiences when trying to take weight loss photos when they're just getting started. I'm sure you can relate if you've tried that yourself. Especially in the side view, you can see, I don't have the 2019 picture, but you can still see such a progression from 2018 to 2022. The way my belly just isn't swollen anymore is just incredible. I feel like most of that inflammation was just irritation in my intestines and not even actual body fat. And in the 2023 picture, I like how you can see my oblique popping out there even better. But yeah, I cannot wait to get to the gym and see how I gain muscle even easier now. Yeah, that's gonna start next week. And I'm really excited for that. I can't wait to feel weights in my hand again. I'm pumped. I'm pumped to get pumped. Yeah. And this last picture is just a fun one of me cosplaying. It's the first time that I packed for cosplay, and the reaction from people experiencing me like that, it was really affirming in a way that I didn't know that I wanted. And it was like I secretly came out. I was even keeping it a secret from myself about what I wanted, but here it is. Oh, a handsome devil, huh? All right. So that's it, y'all. I am excited to keep sharing these changes with you. And I think I will, at 1 month, will do a body comparison update and everything. Thank you so much for watching this, spiders. Please like and subscribe. And big kisses on your space faces. Mwah! He smells good. If you happen to know who his original owner is, or if you are his original owner, contact me through social media. I'll be putting all of my social media down in the things around here somewhere. And you can click on those. Well, not click on them, but you can. If anyone knows who Island Boy belongs to,